Hey there, sweetness, how goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game, if there's anything that's connective to this collective that's beautiful, I invite you to take that shit with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. You just leave it right where you fucking found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for someone else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that does not belong to you. Please keep in mind that time, I was about to say, please keep in time. Please keep in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Yes, we fucking shall. What are we getting into? Apparently, we're getting into some sarcasm, collective. I'm hearing, oh, that's fun, but very sarcastically. So, we'll see what that's about. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective. Please guide us all, always, always. Thank you. Welcome home, homies. Please do the tribe a favor. Make sure you get those likes up on your way into the video. Also, please check to make sure that you are a subscriber, true and through. One easy way, if you're here during a live, is check to see if you can comment. If you can comment, you're a subscriber. If you can't, you're not. Protection feature for the homies. I do believe we're going to begin with a handmade deck. I'm going to go with the Clean Slate Oracle. For the homies craving a clean slate. The missing piece. Such a sneaky little plan. I got Scorpio energy there. There's some keywords on the back as well. This one says remain. My name is Gypsy. Nice to meet you. So the missing piece, remain, such a sneaky little plan. Keyword on the back, investment. And these keywords don't actually have to match the card that they're on. They're just channeled into the reading to be taken as they come. This one says home. You are good at what you do. Keyword on the back, scandal. Front of the card says, I can take it. Bottom of the deck, fulfilling table. Fulfilling table. Song in the background, energy. Stuck in a tree. It's actually stay in my lane. Your energy been telling me that you're not really sure. And if you ever got the chance to switch on me, you probably would. They ain't hidden no more. Your true colors ain't pure. You want to do what you want? Go and do what you want. I'm going to spark up this wood. I'm unbothered. I'm good. This here, it's an energy of something has come to an end with this 13. I'm getting some kind of partnership, some kind of link in something. Person, place, situation, relationship, I don't know. But there was a link, a connection. And Well, one of the parties was definitely a weak link. And their weakness is that they're fucking sneaky, that they're not trustworthy. I'm seeing something about some kind of plan to take all that remained from the collective. What is it? It's like predators, people, apex fucking predator humans, right? They go out there and they look for people that have been preyed on before. That's what a predator does. They seek those that they see as being weak because they've been exposed and, manipulated before. Well, so they must be really easy to manipulate, right? So some of these predators, it's like they see what's left of the people that have been preyed upon, and they're like, well, there's still something there. Whatever predator got to them first still left some skin and bones. I'm going to go ahead and take those for myself. And they have this sneaky little plan to take what they see left of someone else to try and fill a void in themselves, fill in all these missing pieces within themselves. But see, it's more than just remains that remain for this collective. Actually, that skin and bones that were left behind by said first predator, right? The reason why the bones were left behind, I'm starting to hear that song, "The house don't fall when the bones are good." I don't know who sings that song, but keyword home. Homie. It's like, oh, this is fun, right? Okay. I'm getting an energy of, dude, that first predator was the worst fucking one, So all these little scheming little sneaks, they don't have what it takes to bring down the bones of your spiritual home and table. Whatever it is that these fuckwads threw at you, homie, you could take it. All the scandals, all the sneaky, dirty little plans, you could take it. Not saying I think anyone should have to, but it is an energy of, so I tell you that I've been, preyed upon in this manner. I tell you that, I've had this happen and this happen and this happen. So all of a sudden you think that, what is it? So it's like, okay, someone's like, I've been in a relationship with an awful lot of liars and cheaters. It's like every relationship I've been in, I've been lied to and cheated on. And so someone comes in, the person, that the information's being shared with, they're like, oh, you poor sweet thing. But in the back of their mind, they're thinking, well, clearly you're really easy to lie to and you're really easy to cheat on. So, I mean, yeah, you're the one. I can take what I want from you. I can take what's left. I can take all that remains from you, because that's going to be the missing piece for me. And that's my sneaky little plan, they say. But Spirit's good at what they do too. Collective, you're moving on to fresh, new energy. And this person, these type of people, they may be out there preying on others. But collective, you're praying in a whole different form, a whole different manner, a whole different light. I'm seeing many of the homies have taken the hard way. Putting in the work. And more work. And it's going to pay off. If it isn't already. And whatever it is, it's something that you're not going to have to fear losing. I'm getting something about recreation, renovation of that home that is you. What it is that houses your soul. Renovating, creating new boundaries. It's all sunshine from there. It's all living, laughing, and loving from there. I like it. I feel like it's been a while since we did some index cards. Let's do some of those. Ooh, Spirit wants to talk about someone's career. Song in the background says, "You better shine on him, baby, you a star." Career. Principle in the reverse, followed up with told you so. If you guys are unfamiliar with the way that I read my index cards, a lot of the time I will just throw out the messages that are on the cards. You guys can decipher if they're meant for you or not. Sometimes I'll read them, like my instinct says a few different things about that right there. One of the things I'm getting is that it's like a school principal. Someone knows that that's not, their end goal for a career, or that it's, being confirmed. Or I'm getting something about someone's involved in some kind of career that they know doesn't match up to their principles. It doesn't match up to their values. And they're literally just there to make the money. Thank you very much. Sometimes it can be hard. Ooh, guitar. That is something that I've always wanted to learn. I did learn the opening to Smoke on the Water, but it's about as far as I made it there. Very, very impressive skill to have, though. All right, messages for the collective. What do the homies need to know? I'm getting something about shape and treatment. Shape and treatment. Something about, it's almost like bringing me back to the thoughts of that renovation. And again, in terms of it being, like the spiritual being, a structure with bones, something about, excuse me, one big excuse me for all my stoner coughing. What was I just saying? Something about, and I just started seeing it also in terms of like substance misuse treatment and things like that. It's like after treatment, something about the shape before treatment and the shape after treatment. It's almost like pay attention to the shape of you. I just started hearing Mercury's shape of you. Yaw, tack, change course, pitch, toss, roll. Makes me want to keep that right up by the dice. We'll get some numbers messages here. Capacity. Something's at capacity. Ooh. Oh shit. Somebody's fucking boundaries are at capacity with being strung along by sex magic. And or candle magic, but I feel like that's a mix of both. So that's a message for someone. If excuse me. Wait. If someone needs to have candles going every time you have sex, every time you're intimate, pay attention to that. Or if it's like if every time you go hang out, say you have, a person, be it a boyfriend, girlfriend, be it friends with benefit, fuck buddy, whatever the fuck it is, say every single time you hook up, every time you guys plan to spend time together, whatever, you like walk into their home and it smells like somebody just blew out a birthday cake. All you can smell is that fucking burnt out candle smell. Run. Not saying if it happens once or something, but if that's all you ever smell when you go over to this person's house, or they're coming over to your house, but it's like smells like they've been sitting in their car burning fucking candles out, blowing on them, relighting them, blowing on them, relighting them. I don't know, something about that fucking smell of the candle when you blow it out, when it's been snuffed out. Warning, big warning. Yes, Smoke on the Water is a beautiful song. Friggin' classic. Huh. It's not his fault, in quotes. It's not her fault, in quotes, in the reverse. Careful and prayerful. Be playful. A little bit of information about the throat chakra. Balancing, clarifying, inspiring, self-expression, communication, creativity. This is an energy living it up. This is an energy, it just got, weird real quick. But it's like cheating, sort of. I don't know why I'm not getting I'm really seeing friends with benefits, bed buddies, Netflix and chill partners, something like that. But it's like, or no, I guess it's more like a relationship that had just begun. That's more like what it was. Something that just started. Two people, come into each other's fucking lives. It's almost like, oh, Spirit, please help me get out what I'm seeing. Two people on two paths. For whatever reason, they're forced to change course, and their paths end up meeting, intersecting. Okay? At that moment, something's created. A very playful and fun energy is created. But one of the two of them are called outside of this new energy. They're called outside of it by sex magic and candle magic. And, well, they fell weak. They were the weak link, and they fell prey to it. I'm not gonna try and read in on what this his and her fault is, because I don't think it really matters. I think that's just semantics. But that's not where the principle lies for this. Where the principle for this lies is, I'm getting so much about boundary building and agreement on the boundaries, clarification on boundaries, and not just between the parties, but within themselves, within the individuals. Now, whoever it is that came into the new partnership, the new friendship, the new energy, whatever it was, and was sitting there being careful and prayerful, but watching the other person go off and partake in whatever kind of magic this was, whatever. Now this person is sitting here. So it's almost like the people that were partaking in the candle magic, the sex magic, they went out, they were all living it up, woo, high on the hog. That's going to reach its capacity. Like, shit's not built to last, doesn't have good bones. Those kind of connections, no. But the person that sat and, was just kind of waiting to see what was going to happen and observed all of this shit, they're the ones that are truly living it up now or soon, continually, because they're the ones that stayed the course. But it's like the course was following spirit. Held to higher standards, strange cravings, not a suggestion, birth chart. So my feeling is that, homies, you fall majorly on the side of the observer that sat there was willing to enter into a partnership, a friendship, a relationship, whatever it is, whatever it was, whatever it may be. And is like, you've chosen yourself over and over and over, and you've chosen spirit over and over and over, and you've heard these little guided, vibrations and frequencies, and you've had this strange craving to change the course again and again and again until it matches up to the right pitch, the pitch that you're striving for, the pitch that you've been practicing for, that tune of your life, that playful melody. Guided is like focusing, no matter what the hell, like sweet. Someone wants to go off and get tricked by sex magic. Maybe they didn't want to, whatever. Someone goes and they let themselves, they allow themselves to be that weaker link. They choose sex, whatever. They can claim that it's, I was under a spell. We have free will, period. We have free will. So like maybe they were tempted. They were the opportunist that took the opportunity. Homies, majorly been over here taking the opportunity to grow from the situation, grow from the place that they're at, grow into the place that they're going. Accept the fact that they're being called to higher standards, ancestry, spirit team, no matter what that consists of per homie, spirit team's calling you to hold yourself to higher standards. It's not a suggestion. But also, it's an understanding of all this change that the collective has been craving so strangely. It's because you've hit your capacity with bullshit. People refusing to take responsibility, accountability. I keep getting drawn to this. It's not his or her fault. It's her. To fuck ever. Collective, you've hit your capacity with it. It's like you can take acceptability, accountability, responsibility, or don't. But I'm over here. I have to take responsibility. I have to take accountability. I'm being called to it. It's not a suggestion. It's who I am. It's who I was born to be, charted to be, spiritually. Collective, you guys may be learning about your birth charts at this time, or it's a calling here to do some research. I'm not saying by any means go out there and spend half of your friggin' life savings on, figuring out your birth chart if you've never done so. There's so much information on figuring that stuff out for free right here on YouTube, all kinds of really cool and free to access information. Not saying that you can't or shouldn't ever, pay someone that does birth charts and things like that. Just be careful. Be careful and prayerful. Legal action required? Ooh. the rune for birth and beginnings. Very educated. Ooh, someone knows that they need to do what needs to be done. Air sign. Gemini. We have a Gemini that is going to act with compassion like a Gemini can. Do something that needs to be done. They know that it needs to be done. Something needs to be begun. Most specifically, if it has, anything to do with legal actions. Not giving out any kind of advice or anything, just what's popping up in the cards. Detestable, fairy tale living, no promises. Demolition Derby trophy. Yikes. I just got an energy of ooh. Okay, it's almost like no promises, guys. No promises. When I just started hearing that song, what is it? Promise me no promises. But I think, methinks, there's a very good chance that for some, back to this energy of the two intersecting paths that were each on their own course, and then for whatever reason their courses changed and their courses came and intersected with each other, and then one of them went outside of the, went off tracks. Methinks there's a good chance that the one that went off tracks may potentially be a Gemini. Or an air sign at the least, or twin at the least, by some means. This person, they have found their compassion, or spirit has laid it on them so fucking thick that they can't breathe through it. It's an energy of they know that going off track the way that they did was absolutely detestable. I feel like they know that they were being spiritually tested. I feel like they know that they enabled their own temptations. I feel like they understand that they sold the first person a dream, a fairy tale, and they didn't fucking provide it. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And they know that it was fucking detestable. Something about they may not have made any promises to the first person, to that first party, but they did intentionally or unintentionally future fake in a mad way. And I'm almost getting something about like, I don't know. Maybe they've gone off and gotten married, and now they have to figure out how to get themselves out of that situation, or they've gotten themselves really tangled up in whatever the situation was. Or maybe they were really tangled up in something to begin with, and that's a part of why they were so flighty. I don't know. What is this? Demolition Derby trophy in the eyes of the world. I don't know. Collective, with that, I'm really getting more of the, yep, it was a fucking shit show. Maybe vibes are a little bit different, but it's like, I know what this energy is. I know what you're talking about, Gypsy. That was a fucking shit show, but it's okay. I made it through it. I got my Demolition Derby trophy, and, in the eyes of the world, I fucking dodged a bullet. And in my own eyes, I dodged a bullet. I'm also getting something about, like, this potential Gemini thinking, like, looking at the situation in the first place when the two courses met and intersected. It's like they were looking at things. Maybe they were, being guided by someone else to look at things from an outside perspective. Look at things the way that the rest of the world would. You just met this first person. You just met party one, and all of a sudden you're, you want to hang out, spend all your time with them. Da, 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 da. It doesn't look good. This person doesn't look good enough on paper. Maybe there were people in this person's life that were like, are you sure? Like, I don't know, but it's like they were looking at things outside of their own perspective when they should have been looking at things through their own perspective. Hello, welcome home, homie. Ryder, you're absolutely welcome. Hope you have a good day at work. Good, because I don't even know, it's just a little bit of a shit show popping up on the table over here. But this is fun. Yeah, this is fun Thursday. All right. But yeah, I just kind of want to take it as collective, like you're fucking walking away with your Demolition Derby trophy. Let the rest of it fucking burn, and moving forward. We have someone really, really, really kind of trapped in an energy of anxiety lately. There's a song being channeled for that energy, Anxiety by B. Mike. Roll, toss, roll, pitch, change course. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to roll the dice, get some number messages, see what's up. I'm not sure what this is, but Spirit sending condolences to someone. All right. I am going to keep it old school. Excuse me. And I do believe we're going to go Hebrew, Greek. I got my phone over here, throw the numbers, see what we get for messages. 631. I type in 631, Strong's Concordance. To tie, bind, imprison. to yoke or hitch. By analogy, to fasten in any sense, to join battle, to harness, to hold, to keep, make ready, order, prepare. Okay, that's cute. I didn't say this before I started the reading, but I'm in my pajamas and it's like a long plaid dress, nightgown thing, whatever. But when I put it on, the sleeves were down and buttoned like a button-up shirt does. And I've had it on, like I said, I put my jammies on last night, went to bed, woke up this morning, did my thing, whatever. When I got ready to prepare for this reading, prepare is a word right here, I unbuttoned down here and rolled up the sleeves. I'm a weirdo, so I count twice on each sleeve, and then there's this little, can't really see it because the sun's shining, but there's a button. And I can roll my sleeve up and button it on so that my sleeves do not fall down during the reading. And I was like, all right, we're going to roll up our sleeves and get to business, right? And then it dawned on me a little bit that that's potentially a part of the energy, because I was already preparing for the reading. I was already channeling the energy and getting into it. And I had almost said something about collective. What was it? It was strapped down. It's an energy of not being strapped down to be held down, but being strapped up to, I don't know, help make ready, prepare. So Greek says, I wipe off, wipe clean, I wipe myself off, to handle, touch. One, 4, 5. Glory, magnificence, a mantle, cloak. Also, organ of perception, the concrete organ of sense, becoming virtually a habitual ability which must be developed and enables believers to distinguish judgment. To wipe off the mantle. So there's 2 things. Also, to clean the cloak. So cleanse, guys. As I'm saying that, the sun's beaming down, and all I can see is like any little floaties floating around, and I'm like, spiritual cleansing. Ironical of price of shepherd, symbolic. There's a lot about twins here. Twins. And paying attention to birth charts. What else was I getting? Cleansing of the chakras. The song Gorgeous by Ex Ambassadors popped on. All these vultures that surround you. Time to clear the fucking air. I'm getting completely metaphorical, example things here. But it's like with that thing I was saying about strap up, it's like, grab your bird shot, get out there and get the fuck rid of them vultures, But organ of perception, judgment, senses. Something about the mind, the heart, the gut, the voice, that structure that makes up who you are as an individual. You're so gorgeous. 331. Yeah, cleanse your altars, guys, if you have home altars. Also, again, think of that as within, as without. Strong's 331. A religious ban or concretely excommunicated thing or person. Properly a thing set up or laid by in order to be kept, specifically a votive offering, which after being consecrated to a god was hung upon the walls. And it continues on with other things. To close the lips or ears, by analogy to contract a window by beveled jambs, narrow shut stop. The mouth, ears. It's making me think of the lips of wisdom and the ears of understanding tarot. Hi. But that thing that I said about clean your altars, keep your altars clean. Properly, a thing set up or laid by in order to be kept. And in the last numbers, you got keep, to be kept, things to be kept. Keep clean, cleansed. This thing about specifically a votive offering, that makes me think of a candle, like votive candle, candle holder, which after being consecrated to a god was hung upon the walls. Oddly enough, I have a votive candle holder that hangs on the wall. It's a circle. The candle holders broke. The glass candles, the glass broke. I have a little plant up there. So it's almost like, what was that word that we got earlier? Restructuring. But renovating the soul, renovating the spiritual altar, things like that, cleansing. We got messages about the shower. That came right up, freshly showered. 343. 343. To unveil, open. Strong's Greek 343, to unveil, of a mind not blinded, but disposed to perceive the glorious majesty of Christ. Hebrew 3:4:3, distress, calamity under which one bends. Compare Arabic burdening, sense of bending down, destruction. The day of someone's calamity is at hand. They're going to be forced to bend their knee and pray, seek forgiveness. Someone that has oppressed someone else to a very burdensome degree, something's going to be unveiled. Something's going to be opened. And whatever this is, some sort of pain and ruin and, by implication, misfortune and calamity and destruction is going to be taken away from those that it was laid upon in vengeance, and Spirit's going to unveil their vengeance and put the calamity upon the ones that chose to pull the wool over their own eyes and other people's. I don't know. 551. Omen. Verily, indeed, no doubt, surely it is of a truly true truth. I don't even remember what I just said, you guys. It comes and goes as I channel it. Whatever it was, you can look it up yourself. Google Strong's Concordance 551. 551. Adverb from omen. Verily true. Indeed, no doubt. Surely it is of a truly truth. Or truly true truth. Those, the ly, the th, those are interchangeable with true. And we go back to that energy that had come up in the cards about someone allowing their eyes to be tempted by someone else or something else, particularly related to the candle magic, sex magic, being enslaved to the view of the world, what things look like in the eyes of the world instead of what things feel like for them. Whoever it was that was tempted and went outside of that intersecting partnership, they're the ones that, what did I say before? They're going to have calamity laid upon their feet for laying it upon someone else's. They laid it upon that first person, that observer. They laid that calamity upon, or they laid what calamity they could or did upon the observer, upon party one, because they were tempted by something else. So Hebrew for 551 is indeed, no doubt, surely, it is true. Greek 551 is untried, untempted. It says only occurring in JS Makes me think, just saying. But refers to God's nature as incapable of being tempted. He cannot be wooed, enticed. So the observer that stayed in their spirit energy, that perhaps they were tempted as well in whatever shape, way, form, maybe on their own, maybe by this other person being tempted, maybe both. But they weren't enticed or wooed or tempted to drink in darkness and inflict it upon others. Because that's not who they are. They remained who they are, untempted, even in the face of temptation, remained untemptable in their nature. They're the ones that the calamity, if it hasn't already changed, rolled away, it's going to. Five, 2, 5. A lot of fives today, guys. You guys are getting over the mountains. And though it may be tiring, you gain a lot of strength by the time you make it over them. To change away, i.e., release, remove, deliver, depart. It's beautiful. And it's guiding us to leave off sort of where we began with the numbers. Toss, roll. That's why I was tossing and rolling the dice, but we had that, sorry, I don't know if you can see it with the sun. Change course. Collective, whatever course you guys are headed for, know in your heart that you're spiritually guided. Listen to Spirit's song. Listen closely for that pitch, for that tune. Strong's Hebrew 525, an artificer, architect, master. Didn't we get that? We got something about the architect, I do believe, yesterday. Something about the middle voice. I free a person from anything, remove, release. This is BibleHub.com, Greek 525, to remove, release. It says usage, I free a person from anything, and a person and anything are in parentheses. So I free from, oftener in the middle voice, I am released from, am rid of, parentheses, a person or thing. So that's a ebb and flow piece of advice. Release, be released, release, be released. I like that. Also, back to the Hebrew, because it's Hebrew for 525 speaks of architect, master, master workman, as firm and sure in his workmanship. And Greek is to remove and release. So it's just keeping in line the beautiful energy of that renovation, and the bones of the home, but the home that houses your spirit, i.e., the body. You're the architect of your body in many, many, many ways. Okay, I know not completely. People have, some are able-bodied, some are not. I understand that. But in a lot of ways, we're the architects of our minds, bodies, souls. What comes in, what goes out. And there's a calling here, a firm calling, to release things that are dirtying up the inside. Not just release, but then enact the cleansing and remaining sure and firm in what it is that you're building within and around yourself. And co-creating. And if you're not sure, I'm getting many of you are the first one to bend your knee to spirit, to ask for help. And that's why you're not being forced to your knees like whoever the tempted person is, was, could be, may not even be. I don't know. But again, there's a huge call for release. Release, release. Release others. Release yourself. Closing messages for the collective, please. Closing advice, closing guidance for the homies. I love you guys. Thank you for getting those likes up. Thank you for being here. Joy. It's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes at some hard times in the neighborhood. It's a great day to be alive. Joy, self-confidence, motivation, and inner light radiate from the solar plexus chakra. So I'm getting a lot about cleanse your chakras, guys. Your energetic field, your aura, your everything, your yes. Surround yourself with the color yellow to connect with your joy. And the song that pops on as we're about to jump off, one that may help you with some perspective for the day about the kind of love you should focus on. Mac Miller, Self-Care. Hope you find some joy there, homies. Much, much love, much appreciation. Thank you for being here. Until we speak again, my dears. Stay bright.